And I'm Sloan, and we're the Gross Sisters. Today we have the honor of doing our season finale at Dennis Peron's Castro Castle. Yay. And yeah, we're super excited.
We're rolling some joints from Blessed Coast Farms, and we're going with Dennis to hand them out at the Cafe Flora. Woo!
And here we go.
Let's get this party started. Is it going?
It's gonna go. It's starting up. Oh.
I hear it. It's kind of suspense. Okay, and release the horses.
Right.
Is that what we do?
Yep, pull it out.
Alright, it's dank, so it needs a little...
Alright everybody, we're here sitting with Dennis Peron. We are sitting at the table that the 215 was written at.
Yeah.
Right here. Right here.
Yep.
And we are rolling some joints that we're going to go and hand out to the people of San Francisco. Good. Well, it's a beautiful spot. Oh my goodness. Your garden is incredible.
Yeah.
Very. Your succulents are just to die for out there.
Need to see it at night.
And you guys were renting here before you bought it, right? How long?
Oh,
that's forever.
$200
Right?
$100 a month.
$200 a month.
Oh no! Back, what year was that?
1981.
So just in the 80s? Just 30 something years ago it was.
And political sheep, 140.
Wow.
Layers.
$200 a month this beautiful castle was in the 80s. That is not the story now, folks.
And people have been coming to Dennis for their medicine for a long time.
Here, they came here.
Some here.
But
There was the big
And then-
top.
Well, the island around the corner,
the
16th
island.
and Sanchez, you had that entire corner. You had the entire building. The whole building. There's 3 restaurants and God knows how many apartments now.
Well, Dennis, the Emerald Triangle thanks you, because without you, our economy would not be what it is.
What would be? Get to no on the ground.
Yeah,
Underground.
Yeah.
What was already going on?
yeah. But, and the underground was, but the 215 really opened the doors for more of a medicinal,
Lived over there.
compassionate look.
In the underground. But it helped us. It helped us.
Yeah.
We still have a hard ending. We still have a hard ending. And it helps them. Don't go to jail.
Yeah.
One of the helicopters.
Thank goodness.
Don't have to walk people out of jail.
Yeah.
They're the worst.
I would hear the helicopters and I'd grab my 215. I'd see the cop and I'd grab my 215.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah. You like getting.
What was it like getting the first 215 card? Like, what was that whole
Oh, yeah,
process? Because this was like, we passed it,
Yeah.
you guys collected the signatures, you made it happen, and then somebody had to go and actually be the first recipient.
Were you nervous putting your neck out there, being the first person to get the 215
I don't think
card?
most people even wanted me to do that.
Yeah,
Because
I bet.
it's registration, they're worried about. Now, we're talking 1980, 98, 99,
Right.
2000. Because this took a while after Dennis's place closed, et cetera, et cetera. Because people were trying to figure out, what the hell are we going to do? Really, what are we going to do? Because I'm still going to be HIV positive. And I still like to have a place to go. And I was fortunate enough to open a spot, but it took us a year before I got a spot open. And one of our former volunteers, Shane Wiry, she really plugged in the hole by delivering a lot of cannabis to us. At all. But in those days, you had raids going on.
Yeah.
You know, both here in the city,
Yep.
dispensaries, and then out in the hitherlands.
Yep.
You still, so it was uncertain on what to do. But I thought to myself, well, if we could move the goalposts just a little bit in our favor to give us some legitimacy, let's do that. Of course, something that helped. I mean, the district attorney, Terrence Hallinan, and I have been friends with Dennis and John for years, been friends. In addition to that, Mark Leno, who went on to, from a supervisor to an assemblyman to a senator, and he's now going to be running for mayor next year. Yeah, mayor here.
Tom,
Oh no, Tom didn't want it. But anyway, so we had it all set up In other words, we had the right politicians and we had the right atmosphere, and we still had the AIDS epidemic that was still going on. You know, at this time, about 10 years later, we're just doing better at funerals. We just that was it. We know, and for many of us, how many tears do you have left?
Right.
You know, just think of all of the people that John and Dennis that went through that place that are not here anymore.
Yeah.
Who tells their story?
Not just that, but the groups that died before that.
Yes, think about that.
Think about all our friends who died before
Exactly,
that.
yes.
I mean, you know.
Jonathan and all those people during that time. Just all of
They're
that.
like ancestors that like
These were our
inspired.
friends.
Yeah.
No, these were our friends that we lost. Okay.
Right.
So it was a volatile time at that time, but I thought, hey, listen, we need as patients somehow to protect ourselves. And the thing of it is, we need some legitimacy because each of us carried around, Dennis had a cannabis card, but each of us carried around a card, you know, that identified us as some dispensary. And we had about 5 or 6 dispensaries at that time. And I thought, geez, we need a little bit of a bigger bite. And I went down to the DA's office and I said, could we get the city to do something about this? And the only thing you could do is try. One of the fortunate things at that time, we had I had a medical task force that met at City Hall. But what was different about that? What was different about that? I had the police there. I had a district attorney there. I had a city attorney there. I had the Department of Public Health there. I had a supervisor there. So in other words, if a question came up, can we do that? Well, police officer, what do you think? And that's where that's what moved that card program and the sanctuary resolution and a couple of other things. But now you go online and you see all these other states and here's how to get a state card. You know, and I think it's important that we identify ourselves so that we have law enforcement that's not educated, and we have to make sure, you know, I use this cannabis for medicinal reasons. That's why I'm in possession of it. And so that was the kind of a gist of it. We had to be doing things. We had to do things, though. I mean, you just couldn't. Ken Hayes just was raided. Was he raided before or after we got hit? On 6th Street, but I think it got raided afterwards. The feds came in on 6th Street and raided Ken Hayes and Ed Rosenthal had it.
Dozens and dozens of clubs have been raided.
Exactly, that's your point.
Hundreds, as a matter of fact. Not just dozens, feds came in on concerted raids across the state and shut down hundreds of these groups over and over again, and each time they came back double strength, twice as many. Different people, though.
Well, we're incredibly grateful that you guys did what you did, and thank you from the bottom of our heart. Thank you, because you inspired being a leader in this industry. You guys broke down walls that were set in place for no apparent reason for so long. You know, and your little those steps that you guys took. You know, the fear, the living. We know we own and operate the first permitted farm. We were the first people to put our necks out in our county after being in a not legal market for years and years. You know, and so
25 times.
Right. Rated how many times? You got shot?
You got shot.
I mean, they just can't keep a good man down.
Dennis.
Yeah.
I just read John and Dennis. We've been reading the biography. So how gay hippie outlaw legalized medical marijuana in response to the AIDS crisis, and it's a long title, but it all means it's all in there because it is how it all came together.
The Attorney General, he hired snitches, they just turned for us, and they given all of the wrong information.
We started the first open cannabis farm in the world, practically, and just put out maps and invited the DEA to bust us.
Oh, wow.
And they did.
And we did. I mean, you were there. You were there. We went through 2 of them.
As a publicity stunt?
Well, yeah. Well, no, for real, because we wanted a court fight.
Okay.
We were fighting to get in the court. We felt like this was a good opportunity to set up a very pure thing where everybody could win in court. And the number of plants per patient was very limited. Everybody was really there doing their own work. There was no side issues. It was very pristine, very precise, and so. In the end, we knew we'd win, and it's a good thing that we wrote it for the people,
because it doesn't have a.
Committee,
It's got a lot of holes in it. They say. You know, they say it's very loosely worded.
Pioneer law.
You know, they say almost anybody can get it with this law. Don't vote for it, but it was done in the name of my dead friend, my dead brothers and sisters who died of AIDS. Out of that, all that pain, all that sorrow, something good would happen. It had to be the sum of their life that the world changed.